Hey YouTube, welcome back to a brand new Animal Crossing New Horizons video. Today is super exciting because we're taking the 3.0 update trailer analysis to another level and taking a look at every Zelda Crossover item coming to New Horizons in January. And there's even more than you think. So without further ado, let's get straight into today's video. So quick recap, Nintendo just announced the Nintendo Switch 2 edition of Animal Crossing New Horizons alongside a 3.0 update. Don't worry, the 3.0 update is completely free and available for both Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2, which is awesome. It's currently expected to drop January 15th, 2026 and adds a whole bunch of new content, from new characters and services to all new facilities to the Legend of Zelda Villagers and an array of Zelda items. Now before we break down every Zelda item coming to Animal Crossing New Horizons, how do we get them? Well, the 3.0 update is bringing with it two brand new Zelda inspired villagers called Tulin and Minoru, named directly after their counterparts. Both can be invited to the campsite using compatible Legend of Zelda amiibo. Unfortunately, we don't know 100% for sure which amiibo will be needed yet, but it's likely the Tulin amiibo figure that released earlier this year and the Minoru construct amiibo that's currently unreleased but expected to launch alongside the Hyrule Warriors game that's launching later this month. That said, there's every chance older Zelda amiibo could work too, assuming the old Zelda villagers aren't returning as well. We'll likely know for sure nearer the time. Anyway, it's expected that once the amiibo have been scanned for the first time, all of the corresponding crossover items will be added to the promotional tab in the Nook Stop, just like the Mario items and Sanrio furniture for example. Now we know how to unlock these Zelda villagers, let's break down all 28 currently known Legend of Zelda items coming to New Horizons next year. But please note, we don't know their official names just yet, although I have tried my best. Anyway, some of the Zelda items include the Zonai Authentication Crest, which was named in the trailer, the Triforce, the Rupee, which can of course be customized into different colors, the Silent Princess Flower, the Heart Container, the Goddess Statue, the Master Sword, which is a classic item and I'm so glad it's returning because it's been in the game forever, the Decayed Guardian, the Ocarina, which is not to be confused with the current Ocarina DIY recipe, unless of course they just added a new customization option, which would actually make sense, the Bottled Fairy, the Coric Forest Flooring and the Coric Forest Wall. These can also be seen in the catalogue, so we know these are the correct names. We have Tri, as seen here, which I'm pretty confident is actually a wearable headband or head accessory, the Sword and Shield, which essentially replaces a rucksack, the Hero's Tunic, the Tulin Tunic, the Minoru Tunic or dress, and the Majora's Mask, another classic item we've seen in previous games. Moving on, we have the Tri-Rod Wand from Echoes of Wisdom, of course, and thanks to this item we also get a closer look at some of the Zelda clothing items available, including the Champion's Wig, tunic, boots and pants, and of course the Ancient Princess wig, dress and sandals, which brings us to 26 Zelda items. It's also possible that Tulin's crown and Minoru's headpiece will also be available, which would bring the total to 28 Zelda items, but it's hard to know for sure if these are part of them or their outfits. Again, these may not be the correct names, but I've gone with the obvious based on references to current Zelda games, combined with the past Zelda items available in previous Animal Crossing games. Of course, this may also not be the complete list either. There could be a few extra Zelda themed items not shown in the trailer. Now, there is a couple of points to highlight regarding the Legend of Zelda items that you should definitely know. Firstly, they will of course be available from the Nook Stop, so are subject to the daily limit when it comes to ordering them. Just like anything you buy from the Nook Stop, you'll only be able to order 5 per day, and they will of course be delivered through the mail. Secondly, just like the Sanrio furniture items that are also technically behind the paywall of Amiibo, they likely can't be catalogued by other people. So whilst you can order them yourself and even send or gift them to a friend and they can use them, the item won't appear in their catalogue and can't be reordered unless of course they scan the Amiibo too, so something to note. But yeah, that's pretty much everything we know about these Zelda Crossover items right now. I will of course follow this up after launch to confirm the items we currently don't know about and see how accurate my names were. If you made it to this point in the video, please post Zelda in the comments and be sure to include which Zelda villager is your favourite. I'd love to know. Thank you so much for watching, it really means a lot that you're still here. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.